Halloween, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. So this is my first Halloween makeup tutorial, and as you can tell from the title of the video, I am a Jesterina. But I also think that this can pass for a Harlequin. I didn't want to make this look too spooky, and I decided to be a little more intricate with the makeup. As you can see, I have the card suits on my cheek and above my brow, and I added crystals as a little accent to the look. So if you are interested in recreating this Jesterina / Harlequin makeup look, please keep watching. So I already have my eyelids primed and set, first adding a shadow shield, then I'm mixing the dark red and bright red shade from the Cosmetics by Parezzi 13A palette and sweeping that over my crease. So for an extra base for the bright red shade we are going to put later, I'm going to use MAC's black track liner all over my lid. I'm using a synthetic flat brush and using this product sparingly. A little goes a long way. And also don't take this product up to the crease. I'm blending the edges out onto the crease a little bit, and you want to work quickly because this dries pretty fast. I'm now packing Makeup Geek's Corrupt Shadow, focusing the color on the inner and outer corners, then blending it a little bit up into the crease as well. To blend it even more, I added Makeup Geek's Galaxy Shadow between the crease shade and the black shade. I wanted the crease shade to be a little more prominent, so I added more of the darker red to blend even more. This look is all about blending. And then taking my crease brush with no additional product and blending again. Softening the edges with the beige shadow and then highlighting with a frosty white shade, which is Makeup Geek's Ice Queen. For the pop of red, I'm using Motive's Pigment in Rust. So I'm packing that shadow dry first and then wetting my brush with Fix Plus and reapplying that shadow again. I think doing that makes the edges of the pigment easier to blend later on, and as you can see, it's more bright and looks more foiled, which I really wanted in this look. Then I'm taking a little more black shadow to blend those two shades even more. Using Makeup Geek's Immortal Gel Liner to line my eyes and then adding a semi-dramatic wing. Taking that shadow shield off, I did my brows and foundation off camera, and now onto the inner corner wing. I brought the wing a little lower towards my nose more than usual, and I wanted it to be, again, a little dramatic. And then I cleaned up the edges with a little concealer. Going back and touching up that black gel liner. Prepping my lashes for falsies, so I'm just going to add a little bit of mascara. And then setting my brows. Now onto the fun part. I first sketched out the upside down triangle on my left lower lash line. I took that right below my cheek past my nose. I used the CoverGirl Brow and Eye Maker's pencil in Midnight Black. It was perfect because it doesn't blend out too easily, so it really kept that sketch in place without any smudging. And then filling that in with the same MAC Black Track Gel Liner. And doing the same to the top of my left brow, sketching the triangle, and then filling it in. You want to use a smaller, precise synthetic brush around the edges. On my lower lash line on my right eye, more on the outer edge, I traced out a smaller upside down triangle, and at the tip I drew a club. Fill those in as well. On the top right brow, closer to the inner part of the brow, I traced out a spade and filled that in. Right above my arch, I drew a diamond and filled that in with the pencil first. And for the upside down triangle on my lower lash line, I stopped a little short of the black triangle, filled that in with a pencil and drew a heart right below it. Fill that in as well. So I didn't have red face paint or anything, except a red liquid lipstick from LA Girl Cosmetics. So I took a thin concealer brush and filled all the red areas in very carefully. And I have to admit that this stayed on for a really long time. I don't recommend painting large areas with this liquid lipstick, but for these small intricate spaces, it worked great. You also want to be careful around your eye area. Now I'm just cleaning up some of the edges with concealer. This isn't necessary, but I wanted to glam it up a little bit and add glitter on the black areas. I'm using Chi Chi's glitter eyeliner. I added Maybelline's black gel liner pencil in my waterline. And then I added Makeup Geek's Graphite shadow on my inner corner for a more grungy look, and then blended it out with Makeup Geek's Ice Queen. And onto my favorite part, the lashes. I added House of Lashes Iconic for my top lashes and Evermore Lashes in Honey for my bottom lashes. I didn't want the face to look too flat, so I took Anastasia's Fawn from the contour kit and added that to the hollows of my cheeks, and then contoured a little more with a tad of black shadow, that same Makeup Geek Corrupt shadow. It gave the perfect hollow look without looking completely dead, if that makes any sense. Lips. I took that same liner that I traced out the triangles with and lined my lips and brought the outer edges out for that creepy sort of clown look, and then filled in my lips with a black lipstick from Wet n Wild. I'm using a felt tip liner to accentuate the longer outer edges. And then I filled in the center of my lips with the same red liquid lipstick, but once it dried, it darkened a little bit and looked more ombre. So that's how it came out. But I wanted it to be brighter, so I added Shien's Red Lantern lipstick on top, again retouching the black lipstick. To top off the look, I added crystals. It's your choice where you want to place them, but I added them below the card suits, first putting clear eyelash glue and placing it with a tweezer, pressing it down with my finger just to secure it more, and for the black upside down triangle, I added 3 going down starting almost at the end of the tip, as you can see. And that is the finished makeup look. I really hope you liked it. Please thumbs up and comment if you did. I had a ton of fun creating this look for you guys. That is actually how the complete costume looks with the cute skull cane and jester headband. So stay tuned for more Halloween makeup tutorials, and thanks for watching.